Welcome back, my lovely fiends. We have a surprise deck list, Labyrinth deck list for you here today. I was actually just going to wait until I hit Master, but I actually hit Diamond. It was so... I'm making this at Diamond because it's just so fucking competitive. It's so sweaty. It's like a pubic hair level sweat that's on the ladder right now with the Snake Eyes meta. So this is 13 reasons for you to be playing Labyrinth right now in this meta. And let's get right into this interesting deck name. It's Matt Strife. It's half a shout out to Godhex Fu, Matt from Godhex Fu, the other big Labyrinth Yugi tuber out there. He makes great deck lists. Please check him out. But it's kind of a response to him. And it's also a Matt Heafy Trivium Strife reference. So shout out to the metalheads in the chat. Let's get right into the Matt stuff, though, from Godhex Fu. He doesn't like the furniture stuff. I do. So this is mostly kind of like, it's a hybrid essentially between a little bit of the furniture and mostly traps, right? So I think everybody should always run one coup clock. Even if you think it's a dead card in hand, you could always have a Link Karibo and I think also probably a Relinquished Anima. I think this might be worth running instead of two of these. I look at this. Just to have that flex option in there. And then I run the one Labyrinth, or excuse me, Stovey Torby. I used to run two, the only two that you could have, but I kept opening them, which I didn't always necessarily want to see. It was nice to unbrick a hand with a board breaker, but essentially you just want to search it off with Ariana. And quickly, let's get right into the hand traps. 3 maxi, you run it or you don't. I could see why you don't run it if you feel like your cards aren't that impactful to be drawing off of your opponent's turn. Sometimes it's nice to just bait out an Ash so they don't Ash you off the welcome or big welcome. That's really my big reasoning. Infimp, this is actually objectively better than Ash right now in this format because of Snake Eyes, right? They're not really as Ashable, and Ash feels really, really low impact. There's a lot of videos out there like MBT, you know, people talking about why Ash isn't good in TCG and Master Duel right now. So that's that. Board breakers. We got a nice pair of testes right here. I got one from the free pack, or I crafted one and got one free from the pack. So yeah, we going balls deep in this one. So this could be Sphere Mode, this could be Lava Golem, this could be a Kaiju, this could also be Kurikara. It's just personal preference on what you want to follow up with, or evenly. I was running evenly, but there's a lot of spell trap negates on these boards going second, so it was a little tough. And Ariana, I run too. She's your searcher if you guys aren't familiar with. You search them out. Pretty much any welcome card. Anything that has Labyrinth in here, you search out. Amazing, right? Great normal summon. Or special summon. Lovely, you want to run one. You never want to run more than one. I already opened this, I think, during tier format when I calculated at like a 40% rate in my hand. I fucking hate this. I have a love-hate relationship with her. But again, she's essentially kind of like the boss of the deck. She could actively revive trap cards and prevents your opponent from chaining monster effects to it. So like Barone Negate and stuff, or like Mirror Jade Banish. You usually could get something off with this, with her. And then she also could pop something when a monster leaves the field, right? From your normal trap effect. Lady, she searches out a trap. She can special summon herself when a normal trap is used. It's just really good. She also can't be destroyed with a set card on the field and can't be targeted. So she's like almost like damn near like a fucking tower. She's awesome. Lord of the Heavenly Prison protects your back row from destruction and also could special summon itself and search out a trap. Any trap in here, which is why, again, clock is really good between Lord and Lady. There's times where you could search 2 traps from your deck on your opponent's turn, and if you have clock and a fiend, you could use one of them. That comes up a lot. Duality, I'm back to using duality again because you don't always need a special summon on your first turn. Pot of Extract, pretty straightforward. Pot of Prosody, pretty straightforward. Labyrinth. The field spell, I'm like, I'm on the fence with. I traditionally I used to not run it. Now I do because it's nice to just search it off of Ariana. And it could unbreak your hand with Lovely, which happens more than not. We'll see a replay with that. And it's also just really, really good in the grind game. Very good in the mirror. Essentially in the mirror, whoever keeps their Labyrinth up the longest essentially wins the game. And then let's get right into our normal traps. Torrential. I mean, shout out to GOAT format. Blow up your fucking opponent's field. It's still good in 2024. Eradicator. I mean, there's a reason this shit's at 1, man. This shit's pretty insane. Snake Eyes has a lot of cards that count as spells on the field. So, pretty good. Infant, we discussed this before. People think of this as opposed to Solemn Strike. I could see the argument for keeping them. You could take them out if you don't feel like it. Also, I took out D-Barrier. The only thing that was worth having D-Barrier against was Branded, but I felt like all my other cards were more well-equipped to deal with Branded, and IDP might deal with Branded maybe even better if you know how to play it right. Trap Trick, I just run the 1. It's a hard once per turn. I typically don't run 3 traps of anything if they're hard once per turn besides Big Welcome. We'll get to that later. It's pretty obvious. But just the 1 because you're already searching a lot of traps out between Lord and Lady. But it's still nice. Actually, I mean, it was pretty clutch. A lot of replays. It kind of helped win me a lot of games. So it's something to think about to maybe put to 2. Dogmatica Punishment, awesome. These are our Dogmatica targets. Pop another card after you pop one. Send this, and then you send this, and you draw one. And then IDP, it's really, really matchup dependent. I think it's still good. It's actually really good in against Snake Eyes. And it might be pretty decent against Super Heavy because they're all whatever, right? And then Mathmech's all Cybers, really good against Mathmech. And pretty good against Branded as well. They're not all dragons, but still you could usually fuck up a lot of their graveyard plays. Just to welcome Labyrinth, I had 3. It has a lot of recursion. If you remove something with a normal trap effect, it could always bring itself back. On top of Lovely, on top of just it's perfectly fine at 2. I feel like I'm really happy with it at 2. And man, Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon is insane. I run 3. It's not a once per turn. It shuts off so many things. It puts in so much more work than D-Barrier does right now in this meta, especially against Snake Eyes, Super Heavy. You can't synchro, you can't link face down, you can't exes with face down cards, right? The turn that they're set. So this is powerful. And it could be searched off a Trap Trick, Lady and Lord. Awesome. Big welcome. This is I want 3 of these because even if you open with 2, it's got a graveyard effect. You could always bounce something if you have a level 8 or higher fiend, or you could bounce your own fiend monster. It's really, really, really good. You could bounce your own fiend monster to bring this back and set it. It's really good. This is almost like your boss monster too, right? It instantly turns on Lovely's effect to pop something in your opponent's hand or field. Non-targeting destruction's pretty fucking powerful, right? And then 3 Solemn Strike. I'm definitely back on board with this. I put 3 back in here. It shuts off so many of your opponent's plays. Chef's kiss. Skill Drain. There's only going to be 1.5 replays with Skill Drain in here, and they're more or less a skillful use of Skill Drain despite what you think. But hey, I'm trying to get the Master. This is the only floodgate I'm running. I don't think the other ones are worth running. I don't like them. This one, you could play pretty smart around your deck, and you actually use some skill in playing around this. So quickly, we talked about the Dogmatica targets. Chaos Angel's great. That's why I still always recommend having at least 1 Stovey Torby in here. You could run Wannabe instead if you wanted to get the light and the dark thing in there. I might do that. But I'm still liking Stove. Just having a jump scare level 10 at any time because you're pretty much always going to have one of the ladies on board. And you get to banish something, and it's 3,500. It's almost like a Towers. It's pretty fucking insane. This package is really funny. Essentially, you 2 8s, Draglubion into this thing and detach, and it's like at 9,000 attack. It has not come up. We're not going to talk about it. Link Karibo, just to have a nice little Link 1. There's a game I lost before because I wasn't able to link off like a Lost World token from a fucking dinosaur player. I'll never forget that, so I'll always have this because Anima is also objectively a better one, except you can't use tokens. And you could steal something because very often you'll force an interaction because your opponent's going to have a full board. Nightmare Phoenix, pretty straightforward. The Dark Charmer sometimes comes up. Muckraker sometimes comes up. BLS did not come up, and that was a Dogmatica target. So without further ado, let us get right into the MF replays. All right, like I said, keep in mind how absolutely sweaty the ladder has been for me. Fix my mic here. This is literally my first match, starting us off in Plat 5. So this was a fairly competitive one. Let's put this fast forward on, and as you'll see, I'll try to clock right away, and they ash. And people will say, well, that's why you don't run clock. Well, hey, I look at it positive. I got 2 cards out of their hand. I essentially hand looped them, and I still have 2 cards here. Trap Trick is actually pretty fucking good. And, well, first, I'm waiting for them to go into their rank 4 here with Michaelis, and I always will imperm this effect. I don't want them searching any more cards because they essentially only have 1 card left in their hand, and I was being patient, waiting for them to banish, target my other face down, which they do, and luckily it is a Trap Trick, which might be more of a reason to run 2 Trap Trick. I think this whole replay we might have to change that. because now I'm able to search out Destructive Daruma Cannon, and I could use this to flip their stuff face down. First, I bounced the Ariana. You could have made the argument, hey, you could have flipped this. No, if I would have done Daruma Cannon, I wouldn't have been able to flip the Ariana back to my hand to be able to summon her again for the follow-up and search again next turn. So I had to do it in this order, and I objectively did this correctly. And I still have the Vetus or Returnia that they searched. I forgot which one it was, but we know what they have set. They have the Xyz and another Exosister card. So we searched out the field because I drew into the Welcome, right? So I was like, well, fuck it, right? When you're in a winning position, you search out the field. So right off the bat, of course, I draw into a fucking Maxi. And now they're going to Vetus, right? I'm going to bring out Lovely. I will pop their Xyz monster. That will instantly trigger Lovely. And I'll pop one of these. I don't care. And they didn't draw a good one. So I guess they just didn't draw a monster or a spell. So that was that right there. That was a close one. And that was my first fucking high-octane gameplay replay in Plat 5. So holy shit. Let's get into the next one. Okay, so we are right back in this. My opponent just set 2 and passed. I'm like, all right, dude. Well, I'm going to pitch. Well, first I'm going to search and see what I could get. They're going to Ash that. And I'm like, awesome, dude. I take that. That means my Welcome Labyrinth's going to get off, right? Especially with big Welcome. Sick fucking call by, bro. I was like, God damn it. Again, people are like, oh, that's why you don't run furniture. Well, that's why I don't run 2 anymore, okay? I didn't want to open it. But I'm like, okay, well, I still got a Welcome Labyrinth. Oh, just JK, they have second Ash. I'm going to go fuck myself then, right? Runick Dispelling. Well, this is when I had D-Berry in the deck, and luckily D-Berry did save me in this instance because I was able to call Fusion. But again, there's some better trap cards, right, besides that. And we top deck into Skill Drain. I'm like, all right, well, I think we could stop them from whatever they're trying to do. Bring out the thing, try to get a search off. Skill Drain, baby. I don't mind Skill Drain, especially against Runick. Oh, and of course they have Runick Destruction, and they pop that, and they're able to search out their field. But I think they forget maybe about their own battle phase being skipped because I think they're going to set that field in main phase 2, and they could have drew, what, 3 maybe? So I don't know if that was a misplay from my opponent. I don't really care. Dart in my head, fart in my head. I don't give a fuck. And now they're going to Runick Droplet. Here I am going to Dogmatica, send Antis, and the game is literally over. Now that they don't have that Hugin on the field, they are not able to protect their field spell. They're going to attempt to draw with their fields, but they banish them more. Also, they banish the nuts with this. And they're going to attempt to trigger Runick Fountain, in which I will chain Antis to this, and they will immediately surrender as soon as they see, oh yeah, Welcome Labyrinth is also going to get reset. So Welcome Labyrinth tries to come back, and they're out of this. And we could look back at their deck list. No, not really. I could just tell you it was actually like a Despia. What do you call it? Branded Runick, whatever the fuck this bullshit's called. Bystial Runick. Fuck it. You're not Joshua Schmidt. You suck. All right, so our opponent is playing Snake Eyes. This is where the imprint comes in handy because you normally wouldn't be able to Ash them like this. However, it's still relatively full combo. It might look bad, but at least we do actually have the board breaker here. So let me pause when they're done. Or let me pause and unpause till they come back. Till they come back. Jeez, I can't fucking talk until they're done. Okay, guys, we are back. Guess who's back? And we're going to try to Pot of Prosby here. They have the Flamberge, and they have the Amphibious, so they got like a pop, and then they're going to bring back the IP for Link 2 plays, potentially, right? Allegedly. Because, spoiler alert, they're not really going to get to that point. We got the left nut of Zeus here. And, see ya. Loser. I don't think they had their chaining on. They might have been able to chain IP after that effect, but they had no reason to, right? I wasn't going to leave the main phase. I want to hit him with that left nut of loose. And, they're still, Jesus, sorry, Bert. They still, able to do full fucking bullshit. I'm like, whose turn is it? It's giving me flashbacks to tier. It's still objectively not as bad as tier format for me. I'm starting to really not like Snake Eyes, but it's not as bad as tier. It's pretty fucking busted, but it's not as busted as tier. I guess we'll have to wait and see until we get the more like different fire support and Fire King and whatnot. But anyway, they start going off, right? I have 3 traps essentially to deal with their bullshit. We're gonna big welcome now because I was like, let me see if they have the Ash. No Ash. Not Snake Eyes Ash, but you know what I mean, Ash Blossom. I bring out our lady. Oh. And we have a normal trap that we want to potentially use, but before that, I want to get the Solemn out because our last trap is Trap Trick, so that's why I don't want to like be under the condition of Trap Trick to only use one more trap with Solemn Strike still on the field. So I know Poplar is a pretty important chain in their, link in their chain. So now I'm going to Trap Trick. They're going to attempt to Infant me because now they are able to target Lady since this is not the set. But guess what? Infant is a trap card, and they didn't chain anything else to it. So I still get to search out an IDP for the follow-up, and then I Trap Trick search out Destructive Daruma Cannon and flip their whole shit face down and send their Link Karibo to the grave. I take that, right? Like, holy shit, this is really awesome. I still have Lady up. They're going to tribute a few things here. They're going to attempt to bring back the Flamberge. IDP, bitch. And they're going to now use Lady. Again, they're doing that to chain block, which is probably what they should have done last turn if they had that in hand. And then, boom, we attack with that. They Link Karibo, put this to 0. Whatever, this is fine. I have Clock in hand, so this welcome that got recurred, you know what I mean? It gets fucking, or how did I even get, I don't know. But anyway, I had a welcome, so Kuklok lets me bring out Lovely, and then Lovely lets me search out another Daruma card, Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. Like this, they're in the fucking hole. They're trying to dig their way out. Oh my god, Droll, they're desperate. They're desperately trying to get into these plays. And that's all you can do, buddy? Let me just flip that. Nope, they're going to tribute. Okay. Link Karibo, I feel like, sending that Link Karibo to the grave, right? I feel like OTKing you with your own monster. And now that I flipped Flamberge, it's actually not negated. So I had the potential to even use his effect this turn. And I could have eradicated them for the extra BM, but I just wanted to get the hell out of this game. So, also, these last few replays were Plat 3, and the next two will be as well. Okay, welcome back. We got a nice little pot of duality here. A good example why this is fucking goated. I'm not going to be special summoning this turn. I'm going to Ariana, but I don't need a special summon Lady this turn. They're going to troll me, actually. So, I guess that kind of sucks, but I have a field spell, so if I'm able to get off, I'm being really patient with these when we see what I'm going against. But before we get into that, I'm being really, really patient. I definitely can't use Eradicator yet. I don't have a target for it. I want to Solemn Strike them first, and then I want to be able to Trap Trick and special summon out the Ariana, bring out Lady, and then potentially use Eradicator. But that is my game plan, right? So now I know we're going against Mathmech. My plan is just to Solemn Strike their Exes 2 or Link 2, whatever they go into first. They usually do this first, attempt to search. This is a great spot to just hit them with that Solemn Strike. They committed a lot to that. In fact, that is the end of their turn. So I'm able to big welcome. Let's see if they have the Ash. They max see me. So I'm still able to search out the Ariana. I search out Lady. Since I have big welcome, now I'm going to Eradicator, call traps, because ain't nobody want to deal with that shit. Yes, I could have used big welcome, but nah, I'm not dealing with that super factorial and imperm. And I think we saw in their hand that they had nib. So even if I wanted to go into the double rank 8 play, which is entirely possible, because I could have big welcomed whatever, grab lovely, pop one in their hand, Parallax Z, ooh, they're mad about that. But yeah, our XZ's plays are not relevant. Our extra decks also not really relevant. So bring out Lady, set it imperm. We have full board presence. Yes, we are going first against Mathmech, but I don't care. They're going first deck, right? They're usually typically not the most fair to go against, and you'll see a replay of that. So don't worry, we will go second. And here I bounce the clock because I'm like, well, I'll be able to search off something with Lady, and I'll be able to pop something. I pop their Parallax or whatever I popped, and then I'll be able to pop again with Lovely. It was game, right? Because I could have popped that, and any other Cypress play they could have done, I could have Ice Dragon Prison because I have Kuklok, and then activate Kuklok, IDP, and banish both Cypress cards on the field. It was Joer. So let's get into the next one. All right. Well, here's the next replay, which we will set to and pass. This is fantastic. Let's also Maxi. Hey, our Maxi went off. Hey, that's like the first. That's like I think the only Maxi resolution you're gonna see this entire fucking video. Again, another Mathmech match. I know I'm not going second, but don't worry. Yes, we could. I don't know. I think Maxi balances out with opening fucking Lovely in my hand. Anyway, they were gonna Bagooska pass. I was like, what? I guess under the max hitter is going to do that. Whatever. Solemn Strike that. They set 2. I'm going to big welcome. Grab Lady, and pass. I could have... No, I couldn't have clocked because, again, Lord isn't a fiend. They're in a super factorial. Okay. I'm going to attempt to chain this. They... Effect mailer. That was a mistake. Because I search... It doesn't... she can't be targeted with a set card in the field. So I still get the IDP search. And yes, they are still going to be able to quick effect Trishula me. And they still have an Omni Negate with that. They negate me with the Laplation. Like I said, they have the fucking Omni Negate. They send one from my hand. They send one from my field. They send one, my back row. Okay, I beat over that. I still got Pot of Prosby, baby. So, hopefully we get something decent here. I'll probably will just take the welcome. Or no, I take Lady. That is very... Why did I take Lady? Oh, so I could turn on my big welcome in the grape. Man, past me smarter than future me. They go in their Lingeribo plays here because they're afraid of some type of trap. I'm waiting for them to go into this or potentially a Link 2 or 3 because I'm not super worried about what they might have left. They do that. I'm like, okay, honestly, I'm just going to wait for the Link 3. We know that we know update's coming, but we know Transcode Talker is also coming. Yep. And they're going to attempt to use this effect. It has to be a zone that it points to. So if I disrupt them now with a big welcome, I end their turn, which is exactly what I do. See ya, Buster. Thanks, Scrub Lord. And I think this is pretty much game. No, I top deck into another ball. That's okay. Right nut this time. We still got... this was spicy. I hard tribute. I fucking hard tribute. So I could bring back... Oh, they imperm this. Ooh, okay, so I forced out the imperm at least. But it's okay. I still have Fiend on the field, and I still have one big welcome left in Grave. Can I make this count for game? Of course, they top deck the objectively best top deck in Sign Up Mining. They try to Dotscaper. I'm like... Okay. I bounce a Dotscaper immediately. That was their normal summon. We know one of these is Dotscaper. The other card is going to be like the Mathmech card, right? That the spell that they searched, I think, last turn. I have a 50-50 shot of just this instantly being over and not hitting the Dotscaper. Yeah, we're just built different, guys. We're just constructed alternatively. 2 bolas de Dios right here. Hit him with the nutsack. Oh man. Woo, this is gonna be a long video. I hope you guys are in for a fucking treat. I hope you guys are excited. Okay, our last opponent was at 1-2-3, more like at own bitch, more like at PPP. We're going first, and we open Skill Drain, Eradicator, Welcome, and Trap Trick, and we're about to see what we search off of Pot of Prosby as well. Opening, we take a big Welcome in case they have an Ash. We set 5, and we say. GG. Welcome right off the bat to see if they have the Ash. Cool. Now we know what our opponent has, and we're going to wait the big welcome. Also, this should be... I'll have to check what rank this is. It might be Plat 3 still. I'm going to instantly Lady, so I have Lady out on my field, and now I still have 2 normal trap plays to do here, and I'm going to actually slow this down. This is the skillful use of Skill Drain. Pun intended. I'm going to Trap Trick. They do not have a quick effect to chain. I chain Lady. I chain Skill Drain because Lady's not going to be on the field because I'm going to use Eradicator and call spells. Because I cannot let them get this Mikanko bullshit off. They're Infernoble Mikanko. We see they have green in hand. I've been seeing this a lot. I was losing to it a lot, actually. It is what costed me and made my rank grind so much harder. But now I search out something with Lady. I think I searched out regular Welcome. And then I attributed her. And then with Trap Trick, I get Daruma Cannon. Their Arabesque doesn't go off, and Skill Drain's up. So now these 2 cards are negated. Sure, you could attack me for another 1,000. I'm fine with that, bro. And the Insta-Scoop, because I had Welcome, which is essentially full combo against a deck that they can't do anything with. Mikanko cannot play under Skill Drain. So, yes, it's Skill Drain, but that was a very, very skillful chain there that I needed to show you guys of what you could do. If I did that any differently, it would not have worked. You have to do it in that combo. So Let's continue. I think that was what rank was that? That was the last of our Plat 3 ones, so everything else is Plat 2 and higher. Okay, so I misspoke. Actually, that was the first of our Plat 2 gameplays. Again, super sweaty. Everything's really confusing. I think I did from fucking Plat 3 to Plat 2, I think it was 30 games, and it took me 3 or 4 hours. It's fucking insane. I've never struggled for my life that hard in fucking Platinum. Trust me. I thought Platinum is even last. You'll see you guys will have seen the last video. I did it in like a day or whatever to get from Plat 5 to like Diamond 4 before the day before the reset. It was so fucking easy. I went on like a 13 win streak. Like, it did not matter. Again, it was the end of the season. Maybe not as competitive as now. Anyway, I'm going to Torrential now because I see that they have a Vishuda Engrave, and to be able to Vishuda effect bounce one of these, I don't want them to do that. I'm going to prevent them from having a valid target to be able to activate their effect. Now they're going to normal summon and commit the Taya to this, which I will now chain Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon and end their turn because tokens can't be flipped face down, so they just get removed from the field. We still have a Solemn Strike, which is dope as shit, and we still have a Trap Trick. So Trap Trick into Welcome into Ariana. Yeah, Ariana into Lady. Oh no, Stove. Oh, I'm even smarter than this because I have an extra card in my hand. Ball, Ball is life. We get to set the big welcome, so now we can use it this turn. Dude, again, I don't even know why I'm not narrating this shit. You guys should just ignore me. I have just enough attack to get over the Taya. Big welcome, chain, bounce, lovely effect. Also, you can see where they placed his face down. It makes me think it's an imperm. I'm like, well, buddy, you got an imperm here, right? No. Maybe they couldn't chain imperm? I don't know. Pop one in the hand. Ooh, that's was long one, dude. That's a rough one to snipe from their fucking hand. Attack with that, right? I'm going to attempt to revive this. No response. Okay, well, I'm going to Field Spell, and then I'm going to Chaos Angel Jump Scare. I'm going to force him to trigger this back row. It was an imperm! My guy! Why did you just imperm the lovely? That's why I was debating on not keeping this in, but I was like, fuck it, dude. This is the Master Duel experience. Some people just don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're going to banish. I'm going to chain Welcome. I'm going to chain Big Welcome to their maxi. Bring back Lovely. Bounce, Ariana. Pop this. Lovely gets to pop the token. I get to bring back the Stove. They're still drawing off of that. They drew into another Vishuda. They have another Ecclesia. They go into Psychic and Punisher. I saw what they were doing. I could count 3 plus 8, motherfucker. Or 4 plus 7, excuse me. As soon as I said count. Yeah, 4 plus 7. You guys see what I have face down. I got the Solemn Strike on me, baby. Boo-boo, it wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to fucking happen. I'm sorry. I regret to inform you. You can't play. Okay. So on to, what is this, replay number 8? 8 out of 13. 13 reasons why. Yeah, you guys still getting the theme of the video? Yeah. I'll have to find some type of clickbait thumbnail. I got the title, but the thumbnail, that might take a little bit of work. Anyway, Search Out Lord, set 4. Totally fine with this. At one point, I put Lord at 2, and I was like, no, actually, it's not the end of the world to open multiple. You don't want to. Anyway, Lord can't protect you against fucking evenly. What the hell? Oh, my goodness. I think I got evenly twice in a row. The other one I might have lost, but I was like, what the motherfucker, dude? Those were 3 amazing cards that would have been really good against this matchup of Exosister. The rematch. The casual scrub is trying to avenge their brother, their fallen foe. They're going to make Kalis here. I'm like, okay. I'm waiting for them to banish. Again, just like the first, replay that we had, I'm going to banish for a Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon because I'm not going to let them do anything else. They're going to cast spell. I'm not even going to let them get the search off. I'm going to flip this face down. This triggers Lord. They're going to Pax, but they don't have anything on the field, so they just search out Vadis. They searched out Returnia before, I think, with Michaelis, so that's what they are. They have both of their good traps out, and I search out Big Welcome. They're going to... what is this? Vadis right away. So this is the special summon? Yeah, this is special summon 2 right away. I max C. I got that for turn. I'm going to chain Big Welcome. So I bounce Lord. So I could pop one of these. And I chain Lord again. So pop one of these, chain Lord. Now, all I had to do, guys, was go into battle phase. Attack with this one. And attack one on the back row. Set it in perm. Then I could activate Lovely. But as you'll see here... I completely forget that is a card being moved from the graveyard. They get to Xyz into Michaelis for free, and they get to banish. So luckily, I get the Lady Labyrinth off the Maxi draw. So I destroy that. I destroy one of their face down still. This is a regular Exosister, or no, this is the whatever it's called. And then I set into the Imperm Call-in for this next one. I'm going to welcome bounce this, bounce this, excuse me, and pop a random card in there. Ooh, the Martha, the best card in their deck, and they scoop. GG, casual fucking scrub. Oh my goodness. All right, this is what you guys wanted to see. Me going second against Mathmech. I have a pretty good end board there. I'm going to feign the evenly. I always do. Set 5, activate Lord, pass. Okay, here's the quick effect Trishula. They're just going to be able to send the Lord from hand and one of my back row. So hopefully they don't hit the skill drain so I could get an easy cheese win, right? Right? There goes the Lord. God damn it, they hit the middle one. I was trying to bait it. I was like, you can't put the best one. It wasn't really like the best one in the middle, but okay. So here they're going to Heat Soul, and they're going to normal summon, and I'm going to activate Torrential. They're going to attempt to negate with the Deceive Worm or whatever. And I'm going to, you guessed it, Solemn Strike that. So now, I hope you have Destruction Protection. This guy actually does. I didn't know that Loplation actually did. But whatever. I mean, we got rid of the rest of their board. That's still pretty good. They're going to attempt to bring that back. Oh, no. I'm IDPing the fuck out of you, my guy. Yeah, you could draw for that, but I really don't care. There goes your Loplation. There goes that, whatever that's called. Oh, my God. They have Silent Mining, and they still have Circular in hand. All right. Well, small world into this other Mathmech card. Circular. Okay. This. And I think now they can only attack with one monster. So I could have Solemn Striked at one of these points. Linkuribo, so they can negate a spell, a trap effect. Okay, well, I'll take the 25. They're not gonna. I knew they weren't gonna kill me, and we could check their extra deck later. But they only got 5 cards left, and I doubt one of those is a Synchro, right? If they fucking summon this, I'm pretty sure that was the rest of their Xyz plays, was the Loplation and then the fucking Elimbursion. I'm going to welcome. Of course they have Ash. Anyway, I'm going to Solemn Strike that. Thank God for Solemn Strike, am I right? And she has 2100 defense, and none of them could beat over that. And now I search Big Welcome. I'm back in this game. Thanks, Scrub Lord. And they set. I was like, oh, dude, there's no way you don't have any more Link plays. They have the one transcode, the one Loplation. Oh, my God. The clock. This is why we run clock, boys. This is literally why we top deck it, so now we're able to use the Big Welcome that we set. And then regular Welcome comes back. Pop the Circular because I fucking hate that card the most. Am I right? Bring back the other Big Welcome. Ariana. Get the field. I mean, when you're at advantage, you always want to search out the field. Am I right? So now we have a insane amount of popping that's going to happen. Yeah, that was going to pop. We're going to pop another one in their hand. It was over, guys. It was so over. Oh, my goodness. So that was me going second against Mathmech. Not too bad, right? Not too shabby. All right, so here's our almighty 10th replay against BMT216. Bro, they put their whole fucking social security in their fucking username. I have no idea what that means. I thought it was a bot. I was like, please give me an easy win. No spoiler alert. You'll see what happens, but I'm doing pretty good. It sucks, again, opening Lovely, but at least, like I said in the deck list, I opened the field spell so I could unbrick her from my hand when I activate a normal spell. So they tribute Drewsworm there, thinking that they could send Lady Labyrinth. Reading is really important. You can't target it. Here, I'm just going to Imperm first on the Bystial. I could have Solemn, but no, I wanted to unbrick my hand. I want to bring out the Lovely, and I wanted to trigger Lady. Fortunately, they had no other quick effects to do. And so, like I said, brings out Lovely. Oh, they open the nuts. Foolish Burial and Branded Fusion. If you did not say, I would have been surprised if they had Grass in there, too. Here I say Solemn Strike to that. Nope, we're not going to deal with Mirror Jade today. Oh my God, Magnemite. My opponent opened one of the best branded hands that they've ever opened. So they search out Fallen Albaz, pitch Call By, so they couldn't have used that. Here I'm going to Ariana, pop that. They cannot fusion. I activate this, pop the Lubellion. Yep, I would have done the same. Lo siento, mijo. It was doomed to fail. And yeah, sure, connection failed. Yeah, right. Okay, boomer. Okay, so these next few replays are from like last night. So I got to Plat 1. These are like the Plat 1 games of me trying to get to Diamond 5. I already told you guys I'm in Diamond, right? So there's no spoiler with that. But this is a pretty good hand, right? Lord set, oh my goodness, the mirror match. So I instantly Ariana. They instantly trigger Lady. This was kind of a little tough to figure out if I wanted to chain Torrential to that. But no, I wanted to just wait, prevent them from searching out something. They set 3, attack, and attempt to pass, which I will now, big welcome. I'm going to have to give them the Lady Search. They're going to Max C me. Of course they have Max C in hand. And this did come up. This is what kind of helped them out a little bit. This is what made this a back and forth, because of course they're going to search out Eradicator. All right. I'm going to Lady, bring out Lady, special summon her, Chandelier, Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. So I chain my own Lady effects. I know they don't have any more chains. I bring out, I'm certain, my own Eradicator. Yep. And then I bring out, I flip everything face down. But we could still trigger our respective Eradicators, by the way, because that's just how face down cards work. You still have their attribute and their attack. And I search out Big Welcome. So I'm going to trigger it right away. Call traps. They're going to do the same. I'm going to Big Welcome. They're going to do the same. However, instead of grabbing Lovely, they grab Lady and bounce. That was the wrong move. That simple thing is what costed them the game here. They should have grabbed Lovely. Because I grabbed my own. I bounced my Lord. Broom, broom. That's why I didn't mind Eradicator, because they lose more than me. And I still get the special summon the Lord. I drew Ariana for turn. Despite the maxing, I popped their Lady because she could be destroyed. They don't have a set card before they could even chain the furniture. I bring back Welcome or Big Welcome. I search the field spell, like I said. It's over. And yes, you could say, oh, well, you kind of went first or whatever. They genuinely misplayed. They lost their own game that they could have won. They had more furniture. They had more recursion. But also, just learn how to toss a coin better, scrub. All right, let's go. So this was an interesting one. This was like a Symphonic Warrior, like pendulum thing going on here. I've never really gone against this. Still a competent end board because they had an elf and a Barone at least, right? That's some type of interruption I have to deal with. So Ariana effect, I'm going to chain Lady. No Barone negate. Okay. Well, I open the Ku Clock, and I do Big Welcome. They're forced the Barone, right, and pop and negate this, right? Now they spread elf, try to bring this back because they know I'm just going to Ariana beat over that. And we kind of chilling, right? I'm still really happy with what this end board is, because guess what I'm going to do? Dogmatica. They're going to chain Imperm. Again, that might look weird, but they did it on purpose so I wouldn't get the Lady effect. I'm like, okay, well, we keep this quick chaining up because guess what? I'm going to Intis pop the Barone, search one. I should not have done this effect. I should not have searched this and activated that. You'll see why. It was kind of a misplay. I was fine either way. They're going to pen scale. They bounced these last turn, so I knew they had these in hand. And here I'm just going to bounce that scale. So they are forced to do some other things going around here. I'm like, okay. I'm just going to torrential now. Search out Big Welcome. Pop everything. That was the end phase. So here's where I misplayed. If I would have done Trap Trick into the Welcome that I was going to do, they surrendered, right? They knew it was over. It was so over. You could see what I have set. Objectively, it was over. But if I would have just grabbed Ariana, if I didn't use that first effect, this time I could have used this effect. And then I could have maybe potentially gotten Ku Clock. Whatever. I don't know. As I'm talking about this, it doesn't make sense. Okay, enough of my bitch-ass rambling. Lucky Duel number 13. This is what it took me to get to Diamond 5. Yes, you do see a skill drain. Yes, you do see a Solemn Strike. Yes, you do see a Welcome Labyrinth and Big Welcome and a Pot of Prosby searching out the Lord, so better hope they don't have evenly, right? It's a pretty good board, and I'm going first, right? I went first. Superheavy Samurai. Not the worst deck. I figured Link 1s and 2s are usually choke points for a lot of decks, so I'm just going to solemn that. Chain Welcome, see if they have Ash. The one instance they do not have an Ash. I'm like, wow. And they're on, I'm under Max C. So I Lovely because I knew I was going to Big Welcome, which is still a risk to grab out the Ku Clock. because I was planning on using Coup Clock to activate what I brought off of Lord. Again, why Coup Clock is pretty fucking good. And I chain that, pop their pen scale. That's that, right? Here I'm going to skill drain, chain Lord. Lord will search out Big Welcome. Well, I guess I didn't need the Coup Clock in this instance. I could have used it if I had Lady, but right. I only had the one skill drain. It is what it is. You know, that's GG, right? This is a game, right? Oh, DD Crow. Okay, so I don't recur that. I mean, I still have game on board, right? Oh, now you have a target engraved to banish with Druid's Worm. Okay, respect, and you get to send one of those off of Druid's Worm. They live at 2100, but they're under skill drain. And for the crack pack, I do have the Wing Dragon in Sphere mode. So, and also, I have 2 big welcomes engraved now. So I got 2 turns to bounce shit. They're trying to get into this crazy board, right? And again, I'm counting the number of effect monsters they have. As soon as they hit 4, I'm bouncing one of them because I don't want to get Underworld Goddess, right? They could shit out monsters really easily, so I don't want that to happen. But instead, they do this play. I'm like, you're still under skill drain. You can't attack. So they bring out more, and I was like, ooh, that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, if they got one more monster, they could have Underworld Goddess me. They don't? Okay, well, I'm just going to big welcome, bounce your synchro. And then next turn, I would have big welcome, bounce another one of theirs, and then attack, GG. So that's how I got to Diamond 5. This is one of my longest videos, so please, please, please like, comment, subscribe if you'd like this, if you want more content, if you want me to hit master and then update the deck list and show you what I did and what the strats I used. But yes, you can use the furniture. It's just 1 clock, 1 stove, but it's possible. So, yeah. Stay fiending, motherfuckers.